Welcome back, guys. We are about to go into game number 5 between Classic and Rogue to decide who will make it to the round of 8. It is extremely close at this point.
It is, Valdez, a big game on Moonlight Madness, one of the new maps in the ladder map pool.
Yep, Moonlight designed it himself to favor Zerg, so Rogue should have the advantage here, but we'll see.
Don't know how it made it through the map veto process. I think someone from the Team Liquid community map making contest made this one.
City in the Bard.
City in the Bug. Nice job, man. Great work here. I'm very excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's going to be the first time we're going to see it over here in Korea. So I hope you're watching, man. Let's get into the game right now.
SK텔레콤 T1 Classic 김도우 vs G-Neo Greenwings 로그 이병렬.
Up here in the top right, in the yellow, it is Classic.
Down here at the bottom left of Moonlight Madness, Rogue.
Moonlight Madness.
Tried to make it sound romantic. Didn't work out, Valdez.
It's like the vampire map, I suppose. It's got a very interesting art to it.
Vampire map. Twilight map with lava.
Yeah.
It's,
I don't know.
It's interesting.
I don't know. It says he took his part-time job test. I think that's what that was.
You need a test to do a part-time job?
Oh, interview.
Oh.
That was the word. I was mixing that up. I'm like, what? In my own, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
That does make. It could be weird. Did he succeed? Oh, he doesn't know yet? I guess he wouldn't know yet.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, once again, Valdez, you go.
No, I'm just looking at this map right now. There's like a natural, which is the one that Classic is taking, but there's also another ramp in the back that allows you to take that one expansion, but there are rocks to go through it, and there's 2 sets of rocks.
You know, I really like the fact that we are seeing so much forge aggression on these newer maps as well. It's like, well, I don't know the map that well, but I can just counter rush you. And it makes sense.
That's one way to put it, you know?
Yeah, this backdoor, man. Looking at it now, I'm like, there's actually a lot of rocks you have to go through to get to it. There's debris on both angles that can get you to that back third base. So it seems pretty open, but it's actually safe. Oh, he does get the hatchery block. Oh, man, he was not paying attention at all.
That's pretty huge.
That's a big one. Pool almost finished up as well.
What? What?
Well,
okay.
I don't think he expects the pool to be... He knows the pool's actually going down.
Yeah, I mean, the hatchery timing was quite late.
I think he's buying time. Maybe he assumed that the pool got canceled or something. I'm not sure, but he ain't keeping that gateway up. He's going to have to cancel that, and that's going to mean he's going to lose a lot of minerals. There we go. He cancels it. Losing 37 minerals.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
All 37 minerals.
All 37, man. He's also losing more with all these probes, killing this hatchery. And is he going to make it into an Evo is the next question. The answer is no. He's going to get zapped instead.
There's the zap. And the thing with that gateway block, which was so interesting, is that even if he did get the block off, Rogue can just take the base in the back door. Like, it's not even going to delay him that much.
Yeah, it literally doesn't change anything.
I don't really know what the idea was behind that. But
here we go. These things are going to work on this debris, but man, that is 2,000 HP debris. It's going to take a long time for them to get it down, but once they do get down, it's going to create some havoc.
Yeah. I like the idea on this map. You know, go pool first, break down the rocks really fast. It's going to be kind of hard for the Protoss to cover both sides, especially if you can get down both rocks. Imagine that.
Yeah, that's going to create some awkwardness for sure. We already see a probe working on the rock tower at the back as well. He wants to close it up for now, but he's going to have to get a Zealot out or a Stalker soon if he wants to stop these Lings getting in. Debris down to half health, so down to 1,000 HP.
Getting to work there. Rogue just with that pool first, sitting back. He clears up all of the buildings of Classic over here and takes both of his expands.
Going to wall it off, actually, with the Cyber and a Gateway and Pylon, so he'll be safe against any of the initial Ling aggression, but they do have a Pylon to work on. So not much time. He's going to have to get out of Stalker pretty quickly here. Maybe a cannon if he's smart. There we go.
Yeah. This is an interesting map, actually. I can't wait to see more and more games on this map. I think there's a lot of possibilities you can do.
Yeah, this is actually looks like a pretty fun map. You know, not too bad for either race from what we can see so far. A lot of little chokes and stuff, but pretty open kind of center of the map as well.
So he cancels the gateway there. He's just using that to block off for now.
Yeah. And Stargate going to be the follow-up.
That's one way to do it, I suppose. Go Oracles, try to take your own third base, sit back. It's not going to be too hard for the Protoss to do that, as long as he gets like a good SimCity over there in the backdoor third base.
Yeah, you could kind of protect that with maybe like 4 gateways in a row. It would give you a nice sort of SimCity to defend most of it. It's still pretty open third base, but you can get away with it. Yeah. 2 more gateways going down. No +1 just yet from the Forge there. But I think he will be looking to go from Oracle into a third base. Probably into that Blink Stalker play again.
Yeah, it's kind of Classic style. You know, just sit back and go for this. And just put on that aggression. One good thing for Rogue here is that he does get the scout on the Stargate. So he is going to have those spores up in time this time. He does not want to be caught out, just like on Terraform. They lost a bunch of drones there at the gold base.
Yeah, no gold base to keep him in the game if he takes that much drone damage.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh no, Nexus can't fit. I was wondering for a second there. Like, did he block his Nexus?
That would have been funny.
So down it goes. Oracle's out, so he has no chance of losing it. He's going to try something, but there's Spore. Completely deny this harassment. 1
drone. That's about it. And it doesn't look like Rogue is really going to commit to any aggression here. Well, as I say, a 22 Ling's about to pop out here. But by the time they get over to that third base, there is going to be the cannon blocking it off. There is going to be an Oracle out here.
Yeah, there's no real hope of him doing much more. We are seeing that second Oracle play. He's looking for those drone kills, trying to ignore the... Ooh, good work on all these Lings, actually. Trying to ignore the anti-air, try and get down some drones. I do like this style a lot. A little bit harder, though, with Spores, and he's got to be careful because you did see so many Lings come out. Doesn't want to use all the energy on these Oracles. Might need to defend with them.
Yeah. Still, though, keeping those Oracles over there, they're not going to be in position to hold this off. He's going to try to hold it with a nice SimCity, a bunch of sentries, and a cannon.
That is a lot of Lings, but 7 sentries so far, and a cannon, and photon overcharge.
Coming in, and they get this around. A bunch of force fields going now, trying to save those sentries, and they will.
Look at those force fields. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. I thought at least one might go down, but nothing. Only a little bit of damage on one of them.
But at the same time, there's a lot of energy burned on those sentries for later. Oracle's coming back for another pass.
Oh, even getting some lobby. I do love his harassment. 12 meters is the switch up here. Going undetected so far. If he had known that might be a possibility, I'm sure we would have seen some Phoenix begin making. But Spire, back of that natural.
Yeah, and this is so many muses that are coming out, in fact. I think it was 14 or 15 in total. And he is going to see it now, but even if he's making 1 Phoenix at a time out of this 1 Stargate, he's going to be way, way far behind.
It's too little too late at this point. You know, cannons are making in this natural as well. Trying to get out the NEA he can. Nice kill. Actually looking to try and break through the front here. I do like this as well. He's going to force the army out of position if he wants to go for that third. He's on a timer though because these Phoenixes are coming out. +2 and Blink is also on the way, which is going to help out a lot against them.
Now going for that third base, just like you said, but the SimCity is really good. He can force field that off if he wants, and there you go.
Yeah, probably better off looking for some probe damage right now, less about trying to kill. It's such a hard sort of map to attack into.
Oh, it's really nice. Contamination there on the Stargate.
Oh, that is so on point.
Yeah. Look at this, 20 mutas are already out of the map.
Oh, look at that, he's going for the rock tower as well. That completely cuts the army off. If he goes for that,
that's really cool, actually.
That's fantastic. That is so smart. There's still a lot of units though sitting in the third base and a few cannons. I don't think he's going to find too much regardless.
Maybe Classic had an idea that that was a possibility.
Yeah. Could very well have. This might come a point where Rogue has to slow things down a little bit and try not to be too aggressive, as he is attacking into some very well defensed bases at this point. Might need to transition, maybe go a little bit later. Or just safely build up this huge Mutable. Nice revelation. That is money right there.
Yep. He's going to see every single Muta that's on the map. Over here on the right side, at least. He's trying to find some damage, but just like you said, flying the Phoenixes back and forth. He's got Blink on these +2 Stalkers. And now adding another Stargate. I think there's going to be a bit of a timer on how long Rogue can stay here on this composition.
Yeah. At the very least, he's going to have to start investing in the Corruptors as well. Yeah. Which is going to do just fine because the Phoenix count is so low and it's taken so long for him to get a decent amount of them out that he does have a great winner to get this kind of the Corruptor counter up.
I love the Warp Prison, by the way. He's got that Robo out. It's going to buy him so much space and time.
Oh, man. So many mutas. Beautiful work there. Got to be careful, though. Mutas taking a lot of damage.
Just trying to snipe out as many sentries as possible as it looked like there. Only 2 of them remain. Sentries, that is. And he's going to look for more damage here at the front.
So many Lings, but he's never really found a use for them. He's just constantly running in the force fields. Oh, he found it. He wants to kill it. He's going to take a lot of damage for it there. But that's an important kill.
Yeah. And again, a bunch of Lings coming in there at the third base. But at the same time, those are on upgrade against +2 on the Stalker. So not really doing much damage at all.
Mutas is still trading out with Stalkers pretty efficiently. Still, he's got to be careful. Just a little over-aggressive. And he has lost a lot of Mutas at this point. Yeah. Only on 19 now.
Even look at the supplies right now. There's going to come a point where Classic's going to have some really nice upgrades and just a great composition against what Rogue is building. Again, Rogue is only building Mutas and Lings. Yeah, that's it. No Corruptors.
He's looking to end this right now. He's like looking for the damage. I think he should be taking a 5th base. I think he should be upgrading more, maybe even getting more Ling upgrades. Maybe start some Carapace upgrades as well. He shouldn't be fighting like this. There's too many Phoenix now.
Yep, there's 7 of them. Uh-oh! Big Ling run by into the natural. No cannons here. He's not going to be able to get that block off with the Zealots. But at the same time, the cannons do finish. And a big Blink back to save that. Look at this, just trying to fight straight up against all these Phoenixes and not working out for him at all.
He is running out of steam in a big way. He really needed to find a transition point. He was doing a lot of damage early on, but now the 2 Stargates are out. And anti-impulse crystals as well on the way. Soon the Phoenix are going to hard counter all the air so badly. There's nothing he could do.
What is going on with those probes?
Yeah, I think he really messed it up the hotkeys.
Classic maybe just panicking a bit too much.
It's going to end up being a good thing though because Mutas do come in, but there's no probes to kill.
Yeah. Finally, some Corruptors there on the production tab. And an Infestation Pit at the same time. Fungals would actually be really nice against this army. I don't know.
Is it too late is the question.
Yeah.
That's really the big one here. Nice engage with these Mutas, finding some more Stalkers, but this army is scary.
I think what you were saying before about him trying to end the game at that moment in time with all those Mutas.
Yeah.
There's a big surge of them. Try to, make Classic move his army around in an awkward way and catch him out like this.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great idea considering the map layout. It's not easy for the Protoss to move out the way they are, but there should have been a transition point. whether it be into a big ground army. He could have even gone for like late game Ling Ultra or whatever, or just go into Broodlords, or just more Corruptors. Just either way, like find an army that's going to actually be able to fight what we do see now.
Rogue going to go for what worked in game number 2, I suppose, which is just an obscene amount of spine crawlers to defend his base.
I do like this.
It's like the counter to Classic. Classic sees a bunch of spines, and he's like, I got a blink of those.
Yeah.
And there are the Infestors.
All right.
Does he have the glands yet? Or is he just making Infestors?
He doesn't have the glands. So
okay.
He actually made quite a mistake there. Investing into Infestors without passaging glands means he's going to have no fungal for quite some time.
That's a big deal.
25 game seconds as they hatch. So, yeah, they're going to be out in time, but just not going to have what they need. And now the Spangles get caught out. Army is on top of them before they have planted.
Oh, boy.
They're actually going to be running back.
That's when you're supposed to blink on Spine Crawlers. Classic. There you go.
So many Phoenix as well. 16 in this army right now.
Picking up all those Infestors who just did not have enough energy because they didn't have Pathogenic Glands.
And this is a dream army for Classic. At this point, he's going to sack this natural. Maybe go up above and deal with the 4th base as well. The Spire's down here as well, so another big blow. And we are seeing that Ling Ultra sort of transition, but it just happened way too late.
Yeah. Should have happened like 4 or 5 minutes ago even.
Yeah, at least infinity years ago.
It should have happened in the last game, Moonglade, when he went for that 8-pool.
He should have been thinking about it this game.
Well, interesting little Ling run by here, but it's not going to do much at all. Warps in a bunch of Zealots, and he's totally fine. Going to come over here and kill this 4th base. Looks like Rogue has given up on his bases. He's going for a big counterattack.
I'm not sure exactly what that's going to do, because all it takes is the Phoenix coming back to help finish the job, get rid of all these mutas, and they're going to do just that.
He's even got Storm completed at this point. No High Templar out on the map just yet, but just to keep in mind, maybe a little bit later.
Oh, here we go. He can kind of fight his Corruptors as well. He's just going to keep moving back so they're out of range.
He just recalled his entire army at the same time. So now Rogue is on 2 base and trying to fight up against a Protoss army that directly counters it.
Yeah. Getting out of position like this as well, it just means essentially the end.
Oh, that's going to be it, man. All the mutas go down. He's got only Corruptors in the sky. He's desperately trying to get out some Ultras. But Classic already making those Immortals to deal with them.
Yeah. And from here, you know, securing that 4th base. Going to be up 2 bases and have that composition advantage. There's just about no way at all at this point that Rogue can really come back into it. He is broken. But he will try, as it means it's like the elimination game right here.
Classic gonna break down the debris over here, allow him to gain access to the backdoor base of Rogue. But Rogue just gonna come in, fight up against those Corruptors, I suppose, if he so chooses.
Yeah, gotta be careful of those fungals, but you know, if you get rid of every queen, it just makes the fight against ultras that much easier as well.
I think what Classic is doing is he knows he's so far ahead that he just comes back, gets another base, and gets the counter to Ling Ultra, which is, of course, Chargelets and a bunch of Immortals out here already having 2 of those robotics facilities up, and he's just going to crush the army of Rogue whenever he moves out.
You could even make Void Rays. I'd love to see Void Rays, actually. Let's do it.
They're good against pretty much everything that Rogue's got at this point.
Yeah, it's only a tiny amount of anti-air for Corruptors. And here we go, the lost.
Eventually, some Fungals.
Maybe some Fungals, eventually. Nice spread out there. Behind, picking up all the Investors.
And all the Corruptors in the sky as well. Going to go down. GG Classic will move on to the round of 8. A very hard-fought game there. Rogue was trying to make it work with that Muta build, but just did not make it work.
He looked like he was doing great in that mid-game, but no transition or transitions a little too late. He waited for Classic to have the army that would crush it, and then chose to change things up. He's not really thinking of ahead. not even taking a 5th base when he did have the map for 5 minutes. Just not thinking of the late game there. Very unfortunate. Great effort from Rogue though, bringing the Star League Season 2 champion to Game 5 like he did. Someone who we think is so disgustingly good at PvZ right now.
Yeah, that is true. But to be honest, at the same time, one of them was kind of a build order loss there from Classic. The other was a big mistake from Classic.
Yeah.
Even though Rogue did